Steph Beckett here at InfoComm 2024. Very happy to be in the Aurora booth, joined by Paul Harris. How's it going?
It's going very well, can't complain. Voice, a little bit not as good, but it's normal.
Hey, that's a good sign. If your voice is gone by day 2.
Yep, it totally is. And that was with, I had an amplifier on yesterday and that still just didn't help. I guess I just talked too loud.
You and me both. So you're focusing on a few different things here in your booth, but we're really talking about the ReAX room that you have over here. So tell me a little bit about that.
So the ReAX room is a whole new way of doing conference rooms. So for about 30 years now, everybody's been doing the same thing with control. They take an expensive panel, they slap it on the desk, and then they go, it's a nice expensive remote control. What we did was we turned the control into more than that. So what we're doing is we're giving each location their own control station, but they all are beamforming Dante AES67 microphones with a built-in speaker. So that is just the beginning of what it solves.
So this could be for potentially a smaller room, potentially like for 5 or 6 people, but how many can it go up to? Can this be for a huge boardroom, potentially a giant conference room?
Thousands.
Thousands. So this could be, so this could even be for a government situation.
Totally. Its scalability is limited only by how many Dantes you can feed into the DSP, as well as your network configuration. But it is unlimited. It is designed. You can use these for courtrooms. You can use them for conference rooms, education centers. You name it. One of the nice things about it, and this is the beautiful thing, is everybody's been sold on this whole Zoom bar thing, and not to pick on Zoom, but it's speaker bar. But if you think about it, you're projecting the audio from the front of the room to the back of the room. And you're picking up the audio from the back of the room to the front of the room. Or for that matter, if you're doing speakers on the ceiling, you're projecting it down from the ceiling, but you're coupling to surfaces and you get a lot of bleed over, and depending on where you're sitting, it's never consistent. Sure. But when you put it at the table level, you're creating, first off, right within an arm's length away, the microphone. And we all know the closer the microphone is, just like you're doing with me, the better it's going to sound.
Exactly.
Okay? And the speaker, if it's in front of you, it's not that one of the things you could do is you get to lower the volume. So instead of trying to project it, you lower the volume because it's evenly distributed. But it does something else too. It naturally creates a mix-minus system for the larger rooms,
that was what I was
which is a bonus out of the typology of it. So that's a big thing here. But it does even more than that. Now that each person has their own station, that means when you book the room with one of our booking panels, you can now put seating locations for these different panels. So you can name a person, put them and tell them where they go. One of the awkward moments when you go into a room is, where do I sit? Okay? That's been prearranged before the meeting even started. Then, once you sit there, maybe I'm hard of hearing. Maybe I don't speak the same language. Well, Dante goes 2 ways, and through Bluetooth or a hardwired plug-in tip-ring sleeve on the back here, we can pull the audio back, amplify it, or change the language. So this way you can do things like that. So we take care of the ADA compliance. But wait, there's more.
There's more.
There's more.
There's more.
So because everybody has their own station, you can vote. So now it's a voting system as well. So that's another huge advantage of this, is you can vote. You can raise your hand. Most awkward time of a moment is, when do I interrupt somebody? What if you don't have to even think about it? You press the button, you tell all the other panels, so-and-so has it next, and then when they're done speaking or they're ready for the person to continue, they can now properly say, okay, now you have the floor. Takes away that angst, takes away that situation. One of the worst situations when you're having a meeting is that. So we do plan on getting this Teams and Zoom certified for the elements of it. That'll be towards Q4. These will be shipping more towards the end of the summer. This is fully programmable. So these are a full-blown control system with a 2 gigahertz 6-core engine inside this thing, with an 800 megahertz DSP processor with a 4-top NPU. So inevitably, with the firmware update, we're going to be able to do angular beamforming with this, which means it's more like a 3-dimensional envelope. So it's not just regular beamforming, it's going to do angular beamforming. So the next question that a lot of people like to ask me is, well, how far can it go?
That was going to be my next question, or how closely do you recommend people can sit?
That's up to them. They could sit really close, they could sit further away. Usually I would do it within an arm's length away, so this is usable area. This can be customized any way they want. They could put timers on it, they could do anything like that, but they're also going to be able to program what the envelope is. So when we get to a certain point, you'll be able to go, hello, I am, and I'm right back now. And it's going to have that ability to really narrow down or to open up and go up to 10 feet away. Let's say you're doing a huddle room, maybe you want to use one of them and do a full 360 and then pull in the beamforming that way.
Or if they're sitting next to someone and they want to make it very narrow so it doesn't pick up their neighbor, they have the opportunity to do that as well.
Correct. Well, that's where the Angular really gets neat, is it will narrow down. And we have other interesting plans too. Now, another thing we did, which is we added video into this. So this right here is showing that it looks very similar, but it's got a USB-C and an HDMI on the back of it. And that's a full 4K 60 444 AV over IP engine, part of our VPX series built into that. So right now we're taking our computer, we're feeding it into that and sending it out. So now every person has their own input jack to do USB-C and to do HDMI. And the USB-C can back power up to 100 watts to power the laptop. And on the back of it, it's got a secondary output that I could put a secondary monitor for a larger monitor on it. So yeah, this is like one of those products where it's like, what, but wait, there's more.
But what else? What else have you thought of? It sounds like you guys have thought of everything.
Oh, we did, and then some. So Bluetooth LE is built into this too, along with an NFC. So I could take my phone, use the NFC, link up to it, and then from here, I could control the room and use my own personal Bluetooth with low latency, probably about 10 milliseconds, which is low enough, and wirelessly use my Bluetooth now to act as a microphone that attaches into the system as I'm walking around. So now even my own personal Bluetooth can become a microphone into the system as well. We are working on a cubby version as well, so it'll be a flip-top cubby version. And we're also working on a wireless version. We figured out how to do this wirelessly, which will have an 8-hour battery life. That will be Q1 of next year, but it is coming. And one of the things that happened before the show, which I'm really excited about, is we got our 2 patents we were going after. We got a design patent and we got the utility patent. So we have conceptually for how this whole thing works, we have the patents on it now. So that puts us in a very good position in the industry with what we're doing. So yeah, I found that out literally days before InfoComm happened.
That's awesome.
Yeah, thank you. I was really excited about that because a lot of times we'll design things and sometimes some things you can patent, some things you can't, and then you get the rest of the industry copying. So this is one of those things I really wanted to be the sole person of this one. And then we did some other things to this too. So with the audio, to further enhance it, we wanted it to sound audio fullness wise better than a soundbar. So we designed the first 25 watt PoE Plus Dante Air67 bass expander, which is meant to mount under the table, and it's suspended with rubber grommets so the vibration doesn't transfer. So when you play the music, which I can do here, you're not going to pick it up as well as it sounds because, well, we're on a microphone. Yeah. But yeah, we'll play something reasonable. We'll do Snoop Dogg. Little speakers and that thing. So it's not about the size of the speaker, it's about what it creates out of its chambers. So that little thing is very loud. Yes. And as you can hear with all this ambient noise, yes. And this is one of my lower songs. If I play Freaks, that gets pretty annoying. Yeah. For those of you, this is the annoying song that plays really loud. Oh, you're gonna hear it in a second. It gets really annoying.
Now, you know, it's slightly got some decibels.
Oh, it does. Oh, it's going to get more annoying.
Okay.
But you got to
I can't wait.
Makes everybody jump on this one.
All right. All right, so it's a party in the Aurora booth is what I'm learning.
Oh, it is. And to think I actually like rock more, but hey, I'm always down for club music too. Yeah. I like all music. So.
Well, Viva Las Vegas.
Yeah, you're not going to show off bass as good when, you know, what can I tell you? Club music shows off bass better. So, but yeah, the point is we're actually not trying to prove that it can play super loud. We do that to just say, let's get the elephant out of the room. It sounds better than a sound bar with what we did. But we don't want to ever play it like that. You're actually going to play it low. Right. So it's overkill, but it just gets that mentality of, well,
look, we can do this.
Way, but we could do that and more, but you're going to find it cooler that I could just listen comfortably and we're not talking over people because something's blasting across the room as the far end talks. Yeah. And that's part of the beauty of it. And the nice thing too with the video thing is it takes on the ecosystem now of the AV over IP with the wall plates and the box versions. So it literally is the complete system with the exception for now of the camera and the display. So we've covered everything using just off-the-shelf PoE. Even our PC that we make works off a PoE++ and has captures built into it. So everything here is click, 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 you're done. It all powers off the PoE, and it very easy to install, very easy to program, not a problem.
Well, this is fantastic. I'm so glad that you taught me a lot about this. This is really, really awesome. Probably one of my favorite things I've seen this year. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
My last question will be, where can people find more information about ReAX Room or Aurora?
All right, well, if this airs during the show, booth C8727, and if not at the show, AuroraMM.com for AuroraMultimedia.com, and you can go to sales@AuroraMM.com, contact us. More than happy to assist you and get you taken care of.
Thank you so much, Paul. It was good catching up with you.
Same here. Thank you very much.
And don't forget, on our side as well, you can go to ravepubs.com/InfoComm for all your InfoComm news. Once again, I'm Steph Beckett, and we'll see you next time.